Back in 2013, our then president of the company, Patrick Vevers, had a vision of a machine that could, if you like, take us right into the future of development. Our company is renowned for building small, innovative products for the grounds care industry. So this vision of his was taking us a long way out of our comfort zone. His vision was to build something that could be used by the grounds maintenance teams up and down the country, in France and Belgium, Germany, and here in the UK along with other countries. It had to be a product that was dedicated and could be 100% useful for all the different operations that the grounds teams use. That vision has resulted in what we see here in front of us today, the ET Lander. This machine has been designed, constructed in our factory in the Alsace region in France, so it's 100% European built. And I'd like to take the opportunity now of showing you some of the features of the machine. So we're in the cab at what we call the VMF or ET Lander. The machine we're going to show you today is the standard build for 2020. So we decided on this first production to build exactly what you see here with tipping body and various other features which we will go through in a minute. Later on in the autumn of this year, when it's fully introduced into the UK, we will have a configurator which will allow the customers to build up the machine for their specification. So it could be tipping, it could just be flat body, various other options that they will have. So that will make the machine totally unique to them. The build will go to France, where that machine is specified, will be built and delivered directly back to the customer. So to get you started on it, we'll have a look around the cab. As you can see, it's a two-seater cab, plenty of room, plenty of visibility all round, glass everywhere you can see, opening windows in the doors and behind me as well. For the controls, they're very car-like. On the steering wheel we have the indicator left and right and the lights, and on the right hand side we have the wipers. We have a hazard warning button underneath. So all of your main driving controls are on the steering wheel, as you would expect. To operate the machine, you have no key. You have a digital badge, an RFID badge. So to start, you switch the machine on. You put your foot down on the parking brake and you look at the large screen. The screen will tell you when to apply the badge to start the unit. So you take your badge, which is on a bungee, and touch it on the unit. That immediately then brings you to a full display which gives you your battery autonomy, the running temperature of the cells, your various different things like the odometer with miles that's clocked up, trip miles, etc., and running hours. You also have forward, reverse and neutral position, your speedometer and your revs per minute as well. From the rest of the dashboard, it's all a printed circuit, so there are no switches, rocker switches or anything like that to push, so everything is a touch system. Nearest to the steering wheel we have the 3-speed fan for the windscreen. Then we have a series of navigation buttons. This side basically operates the screen to go through the menu so that you can look into service and running hours and all the different features that you'd expect under a maintenance program. When not being used on the screen, they are used for the front application. So you can have this machine with a front linkage for a snow plough or something like that, in which case you have the lift and lower, left and right angling, etc. and you'll have a float position as well for your snowplow. So all of this is really to do with that side of the unit, your PTO for the front at the same time. Then we have heated windscreen, we have the differential lock, we have fast and slow speed. So we have the rabbit and the tortoise. This particular model is designed to do roughly 40 kilometers an hour. And when you put it onto the rabbit speed, it will halve that. So if you're in city centre areas where speed is obviously designed to be a lot lower, just press the rabbit and that will limit the operator's speed from starts. You have working lights, flashing beacon up on the top, and then we have a series of buttons on the right hand side which are really to do with the accessories built into the machine. As I said, the 2020 is basically fully loaded. So we have tipper control units for the rear tipper here. This allows you to have three-way tipping by moving a series of pins on the back end. So you have the up and the low, so the buttons on there. If you wish to drive at the same time as the tipper body is being used, you have to press the button on the right hand side, and that gives you the transportation movement. So that if you're side loading, for instance, into a drainage ditch or a hole, by pressing that button, it will allow you to drive the machine slowly forward while you're tipping. Other than that, you've got various other things like cruise control. The little water tapper there is for a bowser which can be built into the unit. So you can have a 500 litre water tank built in behind and underneath the cab here. And then you have your various menu buttons. It comes with a 12 volt socket in the front and a radio. Having put all the controls together, started the machine, the only things left to do to drive is release the parking brake, bring the lever up into forward, as you'll see on there, and apply the throttle. That's as simple as it is. There's nothing else to do. Bring it back into neutral, pull the handbrake up, and to shut the power down completely, just push the rocker switch and everything is now switched off. As well as operating the tipping body from inside, you also have an outside remote control unit which will allow you to tip the body from the side of it. Whilst the body's up in the air, this gives us a great opportunity to look underneath the machine and see really what the whole heart of the unit is. So first thing you'll have is underneath here are the lead acid batteries that run this machine. Later on we will have a lithium option as well, so in the autumn of this year you'll have a choice of lithium or lead acid. This machine has lockable side storage boxes on either side, the three-way tipper as we said is standard, and it also has a 240 power converter here as well, so that we can run hand tools up to 2 kilowatts directly off the unit. That means when you're out and about in a park, if you want to, you can run a corded hedge cutter, for instance, or a strimmer, or any other tools, I say, which require less than 2 kilowatts. The side of the unit, you'll see there are 2 red control levers. These are the kill switches for the electrics. So basically, if you're leaving the machine for a period of time, you turn both of these units down, and that will kill all the electrics to the unit and allow it to be kept safely without any drainage of batteries or anything else. And that's really it from this side. On the opposite side of the machine, as well as having these controls that you see for locking, you have the charger, which is a blue socket directly opposite, so that's where you plug in your charger. And you also have a little blue connector coming out of the side, which allows you to do central filling of all of the lead acid batteries. So instead of having to take covers off and start to fill batteries individually, you connect a pipe to a container, it free flows in, and then it fills all of the batteries to the correct level. Once it's in, it stops itself, you disconnect and away you go. So it's a central filling point, no need to get messed up with acid or taking caps off or anything else. We've returned the tipping body back into its, if you like, into its working position. There's an awful lot of thought, as I said, gone into this product to make it the most usable tool that can be made, if you like, for grounds maintenance teams. The machine as you see it today is fitted with extension sides for leaf capacity or grass. At the same time, it's also been designed that you can carry material in, like mowers for instance, and maybe wheelbarrows, things that you maybe need to wheel up into something as opposed to lift. And for that reason, both sides, lower sides, are treaded ramps. So these are removable to take to the back of the unit so that you can drive things in. So this machine, for instance, will carry our Attila brush cutter or by-ear, both of which can be driven up the ramps and into it and driven safely from thereafter. As you'll see inside the body, it's a non-slip floor, and we have 6 tie-down points, so all loads should be securely fixed when they're moving around the roads, etc. Now we've got the ramps down in a working position, it makes it easy to get inside, and the first thing I'll show you is a little tool rack at the front. A metal frame system with a bungee cord basically, which locks the tools in place. So you take your tool, you push it against the beam, bring it round and through. So it takes it out, elastic holds everything tight. To put it back in, tool in, cross, and locked in place again. So nice and secure, you can go any way you like, and it's not really going to cause any problems at all. Seeing is believing. It's been our motto for as long as I can remember, and it's as true today as it has been in the past. If you wish to see this machine working, then visit our website. All the details are on there to arrange demonstrations, and we will have dedicated dealers around the whole of the UK and Ireland which will have this machine in their warehouses ready to demonstrate to you.